All righty. Pardon me while we dance before we start the show. And I see we have a new pillow, a Christmas tree in the back. So we have a new setting for Carl. Did you put that up, sir, or was that a family thing?
This has been an ongoing effort. It started out as the Thanksgiving tree, and then it evolved into the full-blown Christmas tree
that I see now.
Yeah, it used to just have lights when it was a Thanksgiving tree, but now it has become a Christmas tree.
Okay. Welcome to another episode of Goose Troop. It is Goose Troop. I am Goose. Cindy would be a pinch. And Carl would be the squeeze. Cindy, how are you, my dear? I always start off with you. How are you this week? And how did you do on your fantasy football?
I won.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah, I won even before last night's games.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Loves to brag.
She does. How'd your Steelers do? Did they win?
They play tonight, so they haven't lost.
Yet. Right?
Yes.
Yet. Yeah. You guys just need that's all you need is a quarterback. And I think you guys will make
maybe. Well, maybe more than that, but
a little bit more, you think? An offensive line, maybe. I don't know. But you got to be.
I had one guy. I had one guy that got 48 points yesterday. How about that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that a wide receiver?
Josh Jacobs, running back.
Uh-huh.
He ran for 86 yards and a touchdown. I don't know how many points that is, but that's a lot.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I had several of them that did that just at the end. Chubbs did it. Diggs did it. Just like almost the last play, the end of the quarter, at the end of the fourth quarter, they zinged in for the touchdown, and that man, that jumps you up in a hurry. So.
Oh, wow. Well, good, Cindy. You got to be what, 9-2 now? 8. What are you? What's your record now?
It's 10-2, I think.
10-2. Okay. Carl, what's going
12,
on? Right? I'm sorry, Cindy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It was week 12, so I think it's week 12, so it's 10-2.
10-2.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait. Okay. Yeah, they had the bye week. That's right. They had the bye week. That's right. I always go by my team's record, but I forgot they had the bye week. So, the bye week's over now, right? They're all over.
No, they go to week 4, because 14, I think.
Okay.
Because I've got Rodgers and he hasn't his yet. So why I have Rodgers, I don't know, but anyway.
Hey, all right, we got Christina in the chat room. We have Spank in the chat room says, "What's up, Goose Troop?" And Dan says, "Carl, hey Carl, the new Metallica song Rock Kicks. Did you hear it yet?"
I think we have ourselves a Metallica emergency. I did not know there. Ooh, there it is, right there.
Metal emergency.
It is.
Talking Metallica, right?
Talking Metallica, indeed. Wow.
When are we not talking Metallica? To be honest.
Yeah, we talk Metallica pretty constantly on this podcast, and wow, this is a Metallica emergency.
And for you, sir, how was your week?
Oh, it's been pretty good so far.
Busy week. You guys are decorating the tree. I see you put up the tree.
So
a lot of ornaments, dude. How many ornaments you guys got on that thing?
To guess, I'd say 65.
Probably more than that. Probably more than that. I see 65 just right there in the picture.
Got a C3PO.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
We got all the good ones.
So is it kind of a theme, or is it a collection of an array of ornaments there?
It's pretty much anything we like,
Yeah.
So there's a wide array of different characters on this tree.
There you go. We could distribute.
Coffee.
We could this coffee. Oh, his coffee that he likes. Yeah, his iced coffee. We could distribute Goose Troop ornaments. There you go. Goose Troop ornaments.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the picture that Christina had sent me and that I had forwarded to you guys, I think, in the group? I don't know what the heck that is.
I don't know. It wasn't me this time.
Did you guys see that?
Yes,
Oh, you did.
I
Did
did.
you see it, Carl? Did you get to see that picture?
I haven't seen it.
I sent it in the group. Didn't I send it? Or how did I send that?
No, you sent it in the group, so he should have saw it.
Oh,
Okay.
did I see it?
It was a picture that Christina had sent me, and it was like of the
Oh.
Golden Girls, but they had our faces on it.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't
And
see
you were
that.
in the
Yeah,
back.
that was
You were-
pretty impressive.
That was actually, yeah, it was pretty impressive. But well, no, I'm not gonna give her that much credit. I won't give her that much credit. No, because she was like, because she even asked me. She was like messaging me like, "Hey, do you want me to do this?" I'm like, "No, don't do that." And what does she do? She does it. He does it to try to
He
get
just
my.
stirred the pot by saying no.
What's that?
He just stirred the pot by saying no. There was no way. You knew she was going to do it then.
Yeah, I should have been like more excited, like, "Oh yeah, please do that," and then I would never received it. You're right. I should take
Right.
the exact opposite approach. You're right, and then they wouldn't do it.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, on today's show, guys, now that we're all caught up, on today's show, I wanted to have Cindy try that. Do you have yours with you too, Carl? You still have one left? Because I thought you said that you and your wife drank the turkey gravy soda.
We did drink that delicious concoction.
Did
Cindy,
you
are
really?
doing it?
Look how much of a pro she is. She just takes a napkin and twists that thing off. You think she's done that once or twice, maybe?
Yes. Yeah.
That was smooth.
It really was. It was like, wow. You know, that's no rookie there. That's no greenhorn there.
that is not a greenhorn. No.
A greenhorn. What did that
Could
mean?
have my bottle opener out here too, I guess.
What's that?
Could have my bottle opener out here too, all ready to go. Little champagne thing to put it in. Yeah.
Oh yeah, a little champagne bucket with ice.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're mixing that turkey soda with whiskey.
It makes it taste better, believe me.
Whatever makes it taste better. Yeah.
It's gonna sop it up.
It's gonna taste so much better. All right, Cindy. Here is my challenge to you today, and this is what I was telling you know that because you gave me 2 of them, right? You bought a little 4-pack, right, Carl?
I did.
For us to try on the show today. However, I gave mine, I guess, to Bruce. Remember we talked about that last week, and I go, Bruce, you got to drink this tonight with your dinner, buddy. Whatever dinner you're having, drink this tonight.
What?
And then so Bruce is gonna try it. He said he was gonna get back to me tomorrow and see whether he liked it or not. But I'm guessing he will, actually. He will, because he enjoys different sodas. And so, Cindy, my challenge to you was, would you be willing to chug that down?
No.
Oh, how about half of it?
I got to see if it tastes any good first. Oh.
Well, what are you going to do if it tastes horrible? What are you going to do if it tastes horrible?
I'm just going to take a sip and then I'll know.
How do we get you to chug that
Same
down?
thing she does when she drinks Everclear. I'll tell you after it's empty.
Yeah, Everclear, you don't have to remember anything because you don't.
Well, I know that Carl.
Time out.
Yeah, go ahead.
How come you gave yours away? That's bullshit.
Gave
You
mine
should
away.
have been on here drinking it too.
No, I wasn't supposed to drink it. You were supposed to drink it.
Oh, no.
No,
Bullshit.
Carl had his.
Carl bought it for all of us. Am I right, Carl?
I guess
Yeah.
we're gonna have to find a new one for Goose then.
No, you did
Yeah.
not. No, you did
We're
not.
gonna have to. If I drink some of this, you go to a new challenge for you. I'll go find something. You drink that Malort or
No.
something like that.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no way, dude. I roll.
Make
No
it fair.
way.
Make
I
it
will.
fair.
I would up Chuck. There's no way. No way in hell am I drinking that. No, but I wanted you guys to taste it really, and then I know that you said that Carl, that you had tried it. You and your wife had tried it, right?
Did you drink the whole bottle?
Dad, did you end up drinking the whole bottle?
Oh, look at that face. Yeah,
Yeah,
it ain't no good.
Tells everything. That tells the story right there. That tells the story right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
but my challenge was to you, Cindy, was
Yeah.
gonna be like
Taking down. You
see
chicken
how
not
much
taking.
that you can actually drink, because I know Carl gave me a heads up and said it's awful and you wouldn't really want to drink it. So I'm like, hey, Bruce will drink it. I'll pass it off to him.
He does drink a lot of different sodas.
Yeah, he does drink many different types. So my challenge to you is that see how much of that you could drink. I know it's as Carl said, it's awful. So, with the heads up, I appreciate that, sir. I don't know. So, you think it's an acquired taste? You think some people might like it though, or is it just maybe not your cup of tea, perhaps? Maybe
It was
I got water here
she's
too.
got her water next to her. She's got her whiskey next to her.
Oh, Steve's like, all right, everybody.
Yeah, everyone drink. Yeah, I don't think so, dude. That's not happening. That's not happening. All right, Cindy. So I guess it's that Goose weaseled out of it. I don't know if I weaseled out of it. I just
Yes, you did. I agree.
I gave
Yeah.
a gift to a friend. Is all I did. I was giving
Bullshit.
a gift to a
Bullshit.
friend.
Pass
Bullshit.
along
No,
to a
you ain't
friend.
convincing me. Not convincing me.
I was
What's that?
being
You
generous
what's that?
as Carl was being generous with us. So I was passing on the gift, right, Carl? I was just passing it on. To
Carl
someone
was
who would appreciate such a gift. Someone who would appreciate such a gift.
He does enjoy a wide variety of sodas. Perhaps
And
Turkey Gravy might be his new favorite.
See, and I gave up sodas, pops a
See,
while ago. Years ago.
other
I don't
people were
drink that
saying BS in the chat room too, so I'm not the only one. It's bullshit.
Uh-oh.
Well, you can call it
You're working
BS
with
if you
poker
want.
face,
That's
clearly.
your prerogative to call it BS, but it's also my prerogative to give it away
Yeah.
to someone who I think would appreciate that. I don't drink
Uh-huh.
pop or sodas anymore. Don't drink them.
Uh-huh.
So for me, it was a generous, very generous gift.
I mean, you gave him the generous gift before or after you found out it tasted awful.
That's irrelevant. That is
Yeah.
irrelevant.
Bullshit.
Who knows? You might like it, Cindy. You might say, you know what? It's not bad. It's like drinking gravy. Right now, the gravy man, he would drink it. Sure. Right now, if that'd be a gift I could give the gravy man, right? The gravy man would appreciate that.
Goes without saying, right?
I think it kind of does.
Gravy man, drink it, sop it up.
See? The gravy man would appreciate that gift. And I think Bruce would
So
appreciate it.
why didn't you give it to the gravy man then if he's so appreciative and you see him more than you see him too?
That's an interesting question there, Cindy. But you know, is gift giving really I mean, you know, you can give a gift anytime, right? Any time of the year, correct? And
true.
be generous and giving and caring and kind. You know,
Gift
Cindy,
giving is
I
always-
was just being kind, and how dare you think that I
Fire.
was being anything other than that?
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
That's why you can only see him from the shirt upwards.
Yes, they burnt off.
If you saw a trash can, it'd be nothing but naked goose from
You
here
know,
down.
Yeah.
Why has
Well,
this show become nothing but you two ganging up on me? Why is it? First of all, you question whether I've given up soda. I have. I've given up years ago. I really don't drink it anymore. I'll drink unsweet tea or, well, you know, Carl, or a lot of water throughout the day.
You drink a
So,
lot of water.
Giving me soda is kind of a wasted gift, I would say. I don't know that I'd appreciate it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You have not given up soda.
I have.
No. What do you drink with? What do you drink with your UV blue? Sprite, isn't it?
No, lemonade.
Sprite?
Lemonade.
No, UV blue and Sprite. I'm sure I've heard you say that.
Lemonade. Yeah,
No.
UV and lemonade. But sometimes they don't have lemonade, so I have to use Sprite. So I do that, but only if they don't have it.
See, there we got you again.
Got me again? What are you talking about? I said, well, it's not my fault that the restaurant doesn't have lemonade. I mean, what do you want me to do?
I've heard you don't even ask for lemonade. You say UV and Sprite.
No. And lemonade. Lemonade tastes so much better with it. But anyways, my point being is that I don't drink pops anymore unless they're out of lemonade. So then I go for Sprite. Because the waitress or the bartender always says, well, we don't have lemonade, or we don't have, or some of them even say we don't have orange juice because you know how I like the orange juice mixed in with the beer. With that,
yes, yes,
yeah. So sometimes they don't even have orange juice. I'm like, oh boy. So then I won't take the Blue Moon. That's why sometimes I won't drink that because they don't have it, or they have a crappy, like, you know, those canned versions of orange juice that come in a little can that taste horrible. Tastes nothing like orange juice.
Steve's calling you out over here in the chat.
He said your real brother backing out like that. I'm not backing out. Look. A gift is a gift, correct? Is it not the thought that counts?
Mhm.
Thank you, Carl. At least someone's on my side. Goose needs a chaser with his beer. No, I don't like the taste of beer. To be honest, to be
His
honest,
chaser's a skirt.
I do chase them. However, they run really fast. They run really fast. But all right, on today's show, guys, enough picking on me. Would you please, Cindy? On today's show, I wanted to do the turkey soda challenge with you. See how much of it you can actually get through, Cindy. And then, Carl, you gonna do it again, or do you kind of know what it tastes like and you're not gonna do it? Because I think you tried it, right? You and your wife had already tried it.
Yes, we cheersed and said,
Did you spit it out?
Did you guys
pour it to see whether your computer survives this ordeal? Or
So I couldn't face the computer. I go the other way in case I got to spit it out.
Just in case,
My napkin.
I don't think you'll spit it out though, right? I don't think she'll have to. It's not that bad, right? Does it taste anything like gravy at all? Does it taste anything like gravy, or does it taste? What is it with you? What were you and your wife saying that it tasted like?
Would you like a detailed description?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Delicate bubbles of carbonation.
It's carbonated. So it's carbonated. Okay.
So it's as though you've got a soda. It's
Mhm.
made out of the delicate bubbles of carbonation with overtones of delicious gravy and turkey. So, it's kind of got some subtle gravy turkey flavors in there. No sugar, so to speak of.
I did notice he did say delicious, though. Do you notice that, Cindy, how he said it was delicious turkey and gravy?
Well, I thought that notes would help, notes of turkey and stuffing and gravy. And there's no stuffing. I just actually accidentally said stuffing. It's just purely turkey and gravy. No mashed potato or stuffing.
Does it taste like turkey, or is it more like chicken?
Strongly, definitely more turkey and a little bit like specifically leftover turkey.
Like
I like the brother. Taste like gravy.
Do you have any floral aromas to this beverage?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, what are you smelling from it? What are you smelling from it, Cindy? What are you getting?
I'm not really smelling anything, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So that's probably a good thing.
Are you gonna pour it in a glass, or are you gonna drink it like that? Are you gonna pour it in a glass, or just drink it like that? Are you gonna add some ice, or I don't know how you
drink it out of there, I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, shall we give this a try, and then you tell us what your honest opinion of it is? And you know what? I know some people on Ray's show last week, they were saying that they had trouble finding it. So I ask you, sir, where did you and your wife end up finding this at? They said they were out of it wherever they were, whatever store they were at. They said they were out of it. So I'm wondering where you and your wife found the soda, the turkey gravy soda.
Turkey gravy soda emanated from the Hy-Vee grocery store.
Oh, that's right. What happened to Cindy? Holy cow, Cindy's gone. She backed out.
Oh my!
But they're not going to say anything about that Cindy house. How Cindy just left and backed out, though, right? It's just all me. How I gave a generous gift to Bruce. That's the only thing they're going to say, right? Okay.
Oh, there she is.
There
How was
she
it?
is. Cindy, what happened? What happened? Let me guess.
I pushed a button down here and I left somehow. I don't know what I pushed.
I think she poured it out and filled it up with like tea or something is what I think. I think you poured it out and then filled it up with tea.
It's an ingenious move, Cindy.
It really is, Cindy. You replaced that bottle with lemonade and tea next year. The 50-50.
UV and Sprite, just to be ironic.
Lemonade, fellas. UV.
You know what? I do have a Bud Light Lime and that kind of matches this. I should have got it while I had it all.
Let's compare the two, though, Cindy. Go ahead and compare the two. Put them up.
Grab it and let's see which one is.
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you had them with you. I'm sorry, Cindy. I thought you had it right with you.
She chugged that real beer.
Yeah, maybe there you go, Corey. Maybe she might need a chaser with that turkey gravy. She might need a chaser. There you go. All right, Carl. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. On today's show, I wanted to talk about the turkey gravy, obviously. And how was your Thanksgiving? Both of you. I want to talk a little bit about your Thanksgiving and your experiences. And did you have enough gravy this time, Carl?
I did. I did. It was magnificent. It went pretty
was.
well. No fires or explosions. I listened to all of our public service announcement advice, and we had a pretty delicious Thanksgiving. Plenty of gravy. I got my requisite 2 or 3 plates full of gravy.
Yeah, your requisite
food.
Is there a requisite at your house? You must. Hey, kids, you're gonna load up on more gravy.
Hold up. Everybody needs some more gravy. There's another spin around with the gravy boat for everybody.
Nice. Can't get enough gravy.
Here we go. Here's the.
Well, that one looks lighter. The one on what is that? Bud Light looks lighter.
This is the turkey
and gravy in that.
And that's the turkey
soda.
gravy. Okay. Ugh. I don't know if I could stomach either one. To be honest, I'm gonna need a lot of orange juice or lemonade in those. To be honest, I wouldn't drink either one of them. And that's a Bud Light Lime, correct? That's a Bud Light Lime, you said.
Yes.
I wouldn't drink either one of those. Ugh.
Oh, it's good. I like it. I could probably chug that, but I don't.
Wait, you think you could drink that first? Might help you if you drank that first, like your Bud Light Lime. Take a sip of water. And then Carl's got his Pabst Blue Ribbon back there, right? Carl, you got your good old Pabst.
Pabst.
Or Stag. What is it? Stag. Ugh.
Oh.
Stag.
You couldn't get me to drink any of that stuff.
Yeah, I've had Stag before. I mean, it's pretty low cal, you know.
Low cal, is that what you're going with? But Cindy, do you think that you could take a sip of your water and then maybe a sip of your Bud Light Lime, and that would maybe help the flavor of? Because then at that point you really wouldn't taste the turkey gravy, right? If you did that, you really wouldn't taste the turkey gravy, correct?
No, I'm sure you probably still taste it. Why would I not taste it?
Wait, do you have any leftover pie by chance available around? If you had leftover pie, that turkey gravy would go down smoothly.
No.
Maybe if you had leftover turkey, right?
You washed out. You washed out. You go ahead and drink it, Sydney. Go ahead and drink it. I ain't even going to taste it. I'm going to give it to my friend, and hopefully he don't choke on it.
Ironically, it's Bruce again. Here you go. Have another one.
A friend of mine gave it to me, and I was giving to you, a friend, and to Bruce, a friend. Therefore, I was passing those gifts along. I think it's a much better thing to give.
I think your nose is growing. Better push your nose back in. Your nose is growing.
What are you calling me, Pinocchio? What are you talking about?
Yes.
How can I convince Cindy that my motive was really just to be a generous, giving person?
You're not going to.
I'm not. I don't know. Maybe 2 or 3 more of those Bud Light Limes. I might be able to. Who knows?
It did take something stronger than that Bud Light Lime. I don't know. I had
turkey soda, chase it with some vomit.
Yes.
You know. All right. Let's do this, Cindy. Come on. We've stolen enough. Let's take a big swig now. Take a big swig now.
No. Listen, you just be quiet because you didn't take any, so you don't have to. You don't have no say.
Oh yeah. There she goes. She took a sip. She swallowed it. She's getting the taste of it.
It's not horrible, but it's not I drink regular.
Is the carbonation in it? Do you taste the carbonation as like a soda you would have? So it is carbonated.
Yeah.
And so really, the turkey gravy, because we're so used to it being not carbonated and kind of sometimes bland, to be honest with you, over like stuffing or mashed potatoes, right? So that's not something you would associate with carbonation.
This tastes nothing like the turkey I've ever tasted. I don't think.
How about the gravy? Will you take another? How about you take another sip just to get a more accurate reading on what you're tasting?
I'm not afraid of it, Goose. I'm not like you. I ain't afraid of it.
How dare you? All right, there she goes. Another sip.
I don't think it's that bad.
Is that something you would drink?
Is the vomit noticeable?
right.
Yeah.
Now, do you need to chase it with your Bud Light Lime? Would that help?
No, it's sitting here. I still got it.
Did you open the Bud Light Lime? Did you open
What are
the
you,
lime?
Carl? What are you drinking?
Yeah, what is he drinking?
It's a Canada Dry Blackberry
Oh.
Ginger Ale.
Ginger ale. Oh.
Holiday special pack. Apparently.
So I wonder if you did ginger ale in turkey gravy. Would that go over? Because that ginger ale's got a little bit of carbonation to it. So I wonder. Oh, you know what? How about eggnog? Eggnog, and you put turkey.
Goose, no calories, so you wouldn't ruin your figure by drinking this.
What? Those 0 calories in the turkey gravy soda?
0 calories. Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
It's a good way to get your turkey gravy without the cow.
True. I mean,
Calorie-free vomit.
are you feeling like you're gonna vomit at this point, Cindy? Are you feeling a little?
She's not.
No.
She's hanging
Fine.
in there.
Queasy in the stomach. So how would you describe this soda? Everyone is waiting for you to describe this.
You know what? Kind of reminds me of a licorice taste for some reason.
Really?
A licorice, like
Yeah.
Black licorice?
Kind of
like
a
the black
sweet.
licorice?
It's not sour. It's not savory. It's more sweet, I think.
So you're saying it's a little sweeter than, like soda's
than
really
expected.
sweet, right? Like Pepsi, Cola, all that stuff is really, really sweet. So
Yeah.
is it sweet like that? Or is it more like, or is it more like
More like a sweet diet soda, not
like-
like a Coke or Pepsi,
so more like a Fanta?
like a diet Pepsi or like a diet Pepsi.
So it has an aftertaste. There's definitely an aftertaste that you're tasting with it.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Any chance before we move on that you take another sip of that? Maybe take one for me.
I'm not. No, I'll do it for Carl.
Oh, thanks, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. All right. So now that you've had 3 sips of that, there's no sense in you having it go to waste, right? You're not a person that just is wasteful, I wouldn't think. So I
Some
would
people
think
just
that
throw things away, so it's fine right here.
you think that you could see chug it for Irene. They're saying in the chat room they want you to chug it. How about
No.
finishing that thing so we're not wasteful?
It's still here. I might drink some more later, but it's okay for now.
I like that. I like how you stand your ground, Cindy. You don't ever back down. I like how you stand your ground. You're a no nonsense woman, aren't you? You don't put up with nonsense.
I have to take care of myself.
Yep. Take care of yourself and yourself alone. All right. After that, delicious. Would you say it's something that you would drink again, though? Would you say it's something that you would drink again?
No, not really. No.
No. This is something that you would never order again.
Right.
So it's with the carbonation, you wouldn't want to add. Could you add it to like maybe a meal that you were fixing? Is that something that you could add to? Because some people put sodas in their meals or whatever. Is that something that you could add to a meal?
Nothing. I wouldn't. No.
Oh, like a casserole or something. Like you wouldn't add it
No.
into it at all. It's not that type of drink.
Extra level of
I
gravy.
would fix it for someone I didn't like, maybe, but no.
Mixing it in your gravy to add some gravy to your gravy.
Here, Goose. I made this cake for you. It's got a special seasoning.
How dare you? How dare you? I don't need cake anymore either. I gave that up too. Sorry, I wouldn't accept that gift. I'd accept it, but give it away. Because I'm so generous, Cindy. I'm so generous.
Mhm.
I would accept the gift because I wouldn't want to be rude, but then I would give it away. I think it's better to give than to receive, right, Carl?
Someone was generous enough to give you a gift. You should appreciate it instead of passing it on to someone else.
Well, no, because I think someone else that I pass it on to really would appreciate it much more than I would. And knowing that I don't drink sodas anymore, I think
Except
he would appreciate it.
when you do. Except when you do.
Except when I do. Only when they're out of lemonade, though, dude. And I don't like it when they're out of lemonade. I hate that.
Okay.
Anyways. All right. Good. Getting released. Oh, what? Well, oh, wow. Oh, okay. Good. Okay. Well, that is good news, Irene. That is good news, Irene. All right, on to some things that I wanted to talk about today was Thanksgiving with you, Cindy and Carl. I know that Carl said that he had a nice Thanksgiving. Didn't he had enough gravy for everybody, and you had to have 2 platefuls of gravy before you moved on, right? Before you got a second helping.
Mhm.
You made enough. You didn't have to make more.
Nope,
Just
I
one
didn't have
extra
to go
gravy?
gravy runs or anything. There's plenty of gravy.
Cindy, how was your Thanksgiving, dear? How was your Thanksgiving? How did you?
It was very nice. I went to my sister's and we had the corn casserole, the green bean casserole,
I love that green bean casserole. That's delicious.
turkey, gravy, potatoes,
Hmm.
mashed potatoes, pie, brownies.
Are you a pumpkin pie eater? Are you a pumpkin pie eater?
Oh yeah, lots of whipped cream.
Ugh. There isn't enough whipped cream for me to eat pumpkin pie, to be honest. Ugh. But I had a nice Thanksgiving. We did our Thanksgiving yesterday, Cindy. I think I messaged you yesterday. My mom and I finally got around to doing our Thanksgiving because, as you know, Carl had to work Thanksgiving and then Friday and Saturday. So I actually had a day off yesterday. And my mom and I finally got around to doing our Thanksgiving. She actually taught me how to do a Thanksgiving dinner from the turkey to the and actually
Ooh.
instead of having mashed potatoes because we both had mashed potatoes. I had mashed potatoes at my brother's house, and then my mom had them at my other brother's house where she went. And then because my mom doesn't drive at night, so she had to be somewhere. She had to be at my brother Bodine's, but she had to get home before it got dark. So I wouldn't have been off work by the time, anyways. So ended up eating dinner, Thanksgiving dinner with my brother. But then yesterday my mom taught me how to make stuffing. We made 2 different types of stuffing yesterday. We made potato stuffing, and then we also made a bread stuffing, right? And we made a gravy, a light brown gravy from scratch. My mom made it, taught me how to make that from scratch. And then, well, she kept whipping it because I was doing other stuff. But then she taught me how to, like I said, instead of having mashed potatoes, we had. Do you guys ever have au gratin potatoes, like the cheesy potatoes?
Yeah, those are great, but I haven't
Yeah,
ever
we
had
had.
them for the holiday.
Oh yeah, we did those yesterday. She taught me to do that. Those are pretty simple. You know, I thought the stuffing was going to be a lot harder to make than it really was. The stuffing actually was easier, and I thought the potato salad was good.
What about the potato stuffing? How was that made?
No,
I've never heard of that.
yeah, well, it's just made with potatoes instead of breadcrumbs. You know, because with the other ones, you're using bread, right? You crumble up bread, and then you're using a little bit of breadcrumbs to bind it, and then 2 eggs. Whereas the potato dressing, you take potatoes and you cube them, and you kind of mash it a little bit, and then you add your pardon me. We didn't have breadcrumbs, so we added little crackers. You know, some crackers. And then we added 1 egg to that one, and some seasonings. Obviously, we used poultry seasoning, and then we also used sage in her.
It's very Thanksgiving right there.
Yeah, is that what you guys use for your? Is that what you use for your dressing?
My dressing is very seasoning free almost. It's like salt and pepper basically, and then the seasoning mostly comes from the near gravy juices that come from the turkey. So
yeah, see, I don't eat salt a lot. I try to stay away from salt. When things are over salted, I tend not to eat them at all. To be honest, well, if it's served to me, I'll eat it. You know, I don't want to be rude, but because I don't want to be rude, Cindy. I wouldn't want to be rude when someone hands me a gift. I would rather give it to someone and just be kind and generous. You know, giving is the season now, Cindy. Giving.
Carl, now you gave him that nice gift. Didn't you expect him to appreciate it and then use it for himself?
Yeah, but don't you think that
What about
Bruce?
Carl's feeling? He
look,
gave
I got
that
the
to you.
Christmas tree and everything, right?
Yeah.
How quickly
gave
you
up.
turn on me, sir. You are like a chameleon. Mary, you think I'm Mary right now? You think I'm Mary right now? I know that Cindy's very merry, and she would love another drink of that gravy soda, right, Cindy? You would love another drink of that. Maybe your palate needs to be moistened again, perhaps. You know, you've been speaking a lot. She'll take a sip or no? water.
Yeah, there you
know what?
go.
You never. I want to take a bet right now of the next thing that she grabs will be Bud Light Lime. I want to see how many people in the chat room will say the Bud Light Lime will be gone before the water and before the turkey gravy soda. I want to see how many people want to take that bet. Because
I wouldn't even. I don't think I would have noticed if she started drinking the Bud Light Lime instead of the turkey gravy. I would have been like, "Whoa, she's really drinking that."
So really, so you're thinking that's what she switched. So she dumped it out in a glass, the Bud Light Lime in a glass, and then dumped out the turkey gravy, then switched them. Is what you're saying?
It could happen. I mean,
it could happen.
A possibility.
Yeah. So that's why you're taking several sips of the so-called turkey gravy soda.
I accepted my challenge. I didn't pass it off. That's all I'm saying. I didn't wuss out.
All I'm saying is I was very giving and kind. I was being kind.
Nobody believes that.
Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yes.
All right. It is the time of season for travel, as we all know. It is the busiest time of the year for travel. Would you say, guys?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Right. So today, on today's show, I wanted to talk, tease Cindy about the turkey gravy, and and also I wanted to talk about travel today. I have a couple traveling stories myself I'd like to share with you. I hope that Carl has some statistics and a story, perhaps. I know that Carl's a very intelligent man and probably shares a lot of statistics that he likes, right? I would picture you a statistic guy. You probably keep a lot of stats on things, right?
I'm statistical.
Yeah. Are you really?
Possibly.
Possibly. All right. And Cindy, I know that you have a story to share for us, dear. I would love to hear that story, and I'm sure some of the chat rooms would love to hear that story about travel. Today we're going to talk about travel and then probably get on to go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were saying something. Go ahead.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. Thanksgiving is one of the biggest times for travel. Is one of the biggest times to travel, and especially around the holidays, with the Christmas and so many holidays coming up in December. And then you know what? I was stumped on those little quiz. By the way, I was stumped on a little quiz, but I didn't understand it. Okay, you know those little things on like TikTok or YouTube or whatever, and they always give you like this one, like a riddle or something you got to solve or something, some type of puzzle riddle you got to solve. And this one was like, in what year is Christmas and New Year's on the same year? I'm like, that didn't make any sense to me. Can you guys understand that? In what year is Christmas and New Year's on the same year? I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Like, I really, and I was agreeing with what I guess it's his wife or girlfriend or whatever. And she was like, New Year starts a new year. So even in year number 1, it wouldn't be the same year. And I was like, that to me was like, I don't get it. Oh, she said every year. Oh, but the question was in the same. Okay, the question was, in what year is Christmas and New Year's in the same year? In the same year. I'm like, that threw me. Yes, Irene. I get that. It's every year, but the question is the same year. The same year. So do you guys understand that? Oh, she's taking a Bud Light Lime. There she goes. Bud Light Lime. There you go, Cindy. Nice. Now which one tastes better? Your water, your Bud Light Lime. I know the answer I would pick. The obvious answer I would pick. Water, your turkey gravy soda, or your Bud Light Lime. Which one tastes better to you this morning? Is that
the Bud Light Lime? Bud Light Lime.
Bud Light Lime.
Easy.
So tasty.
Is it really? Is it really?
Yeah. Yes.
No, but you guys have the answer to that question, to that riddle?
I don't.
Every year?
Yeah, but it's not okay. But okay.
On a leap year?
Yeah, see, that's what I thought too. I'm like, but leap year, okay, I don't get that. I really didn't get that riddle, and I didn't get the answer to it. They didn't give the answer to it, and I'm like, well, I don't get it. I'm not getting it. I don't get that question at all. That one stumped me.
Did you ask Google?
No, I haven't gotten that far yet. I was gonna see if I can solve it myself, and then perhaps take it to you guys, and maybe you could solve it for me.
Give it to us like you gave the soda away. Give it to us. I get it.
Yeah. See, now that would be a gift that you guys would be giving to me, and that's very kind and generous of you to give me that answer instead of me having to research it. That'd be very kind and giving. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, Cindy. I've never gotten back down from it. And I asked for lemonade, not Sprite.
It's every year. What are you, disabled? Every year.
Every year.
Every year. New Year's and Christmas in the same year. Every year.
Raise
a brain injury we don't know about.
What are you talking about? It's not the same year. Every year.
Every year it's the same year. When it's January 1st, it's January 1st of whatever, 2021. When it's December 25th of that year, what is it?
No, when it's January, it's 2020.
2021. New Year starts a new year, jackass.
Oh, you guys couldn't help me out with that. Oh, I see what he's saying, because it's in the same year. It just happened to be in the beginning of the year, whereas I was going from, that's the end of the year going to the new year. So every year is this. That's a good question.
You were looking at it backwards.
I really was.
Christmas to New Year.
Yeah.
But you should have been going from New Year's to Christmas.
He needs a CT scan. That's what I think.
I need more. I need some of that turkey gravy, right, Cindy? I need some of that turkey gravy soda.
Turkey gravy.
Who knows?
I'll put the lid back on. You can have it. I'll save it for you.
No, thanks. I'm good. You know, you can't re-gift. Now, there's something you can't do. You can't re-gift a gift, right? Once it's been opened. Once it's been opened and used.
2024. I don't know about being open. 2024 is when it expires. Yeah.
But it's opened and used. Like I can't open up a pack of toilet paper and use half the roll and then give it to you, right? I mean, who accepts that gift? What is he saying? That's what I said. Try that. All right. Every year. Okay. Yeah, that's a good. How could I not get that? Yeah. How could I not get that? I don't know why I didn't get that.
It was the way it was phrased.
Okay. Yeah. So it's the way they're phrasing them. And there
maybe
was one.
Maybe the Riddler came up with that one.
Yeah. And then there was one about, something about, I want to try to, if I can find this, but this was, I was like, some of these really stumped me. I have no clue what the hell they're trying to. Okay, yeah, you're right. Why didn't I think of that? Idiot. Because January 1st of 2022, and now it's coming on Christmas of 2022. So every year it's the same. How did I not think of that? What an idiot. What an idiot.
It's confusing.
It is confusing. I couldn't believe I didn't get that. How did I not get that? That bothers me. How did I not get that? And you guys didn't get it either. I'm not taking all the.
I was trying to figure out whether there was something we were missing in the question, or maybe there was like some sort of a.
He couldn't believe it was that dumb.
How the hell am I getting ripped on by the? How the hell am I?
Who is he this week? Last week he's gravy, man. Who is he this week?
I think it was Victor, wasn't it? Wasn't it Victor?
Victor.
Goose, can you drive? Only in circles, man. Apparently, I only drive in circles, Corey. Apparently.
Takes him a long time to get places. Just to drive elliptically.
The state shouldn't let him.
No, they really shouldn't. Well, I can tell you who they shouldn't let drive. To be honest, I can tell you who they shouldn't let drive. Is well, I'm not going to get into it, but certain people they shouldn't let drive anymore. I think when you reach a certain age, you should start having to take the test. You know, because when you're younger, you have to take the test for driving, right? And then But I think as you get older, as you age, there should be like a time where you have to take another driving test. Would you guys both agree on that?
I think when you do get older, they do make you take it more often.
Do they?
But I don't know if it started
Anything
what
over,
age.
saying 65 and over. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it, but I know a few people that have not, and still have their license. So I was kind of like, okay, how come they're not testing these people? You really,
Have you seen the license? Maybe it's expired.
No, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it on these couple people. Yeah, I've seen it,
Okay.
and I'm like, they haven't taken driving testing. They haven't. Yeah, go ahead and put that pillow up, buddy. Maybe we should all be merry and.
Let's be merry. Irene was talking about a South Park episode that followed that premise, where everybody's trying to get to the old country buffet or something like that, and they're always like driving through the buildings. And
what do you mean?
there was a South Park episode that followed the similar premise of what you were just talking about, and there were there was like a lot of people on the road driving that shouldn't be driving anymore.
Yeah.
Crashing into buildings and stuff like that.
It's been a long time since I've seen South Park, though. But I mean, I've watched a couple episodes. How many seasons do they have? Like that show?
Far too many.
I would think so. I would think after a few, you can probably cut it all. But yeah, Cindy. So if you'll give me a story of the story that you have today for travel, you said you had a traveling story. Is this something that happened to you? Is this something that happened to maybe a family member? Or?
Well, I've got a few different ones, but I'll tell you one thing that happened. We I don't know where we were traveling to. It might have been Las Vegas, and I was going through where you put all your stuff on the belt and it goes through,
Mm-hmm.
And on the other side, they remember when they had those solitaire games, everybody was playing them, They stopped me for having that solitaire game.
Okay.
And he says, I need to look at that game. So here, let me hand you the game. He goes, no, he said, I just want you to push the start button on there. I just wanted to see if there was a bomb in it or if I would push it or not. I thought that was kind of cool. It was interesting that he wanted me to, thought maybe I could have something enclosed in that solitary game. Yeah, but he let me keep it. So, and I did push the button, so nobody blew up.
Well, that's good, I guess. That's good, Cindy. But I know that you have to. When you go through customs, it's called, right? You go through, and then the airport rather. When you go through, I know that I remember I had to take last time I went. I had to take my shoes off, and I mean everything. Like if I was wearing a hoodie, they asked you to remove it, right? And you got to empty all your pockets and like everything. And I know that we had to get there, like I want to say like an hour and a half, 2 hours early to go through the security check, right?
Yeah, same for me. It's been a little while since I've been on them, but I had to do all that last time I went.
See, I'm one that I don't like to fly. Do you guys like flying? Do you have a fear of flying at all?
No,
not at all.
I don't mind going on a plane.
No. How about you, Carl? You guys?
I'm great with it until I'm doing it, and then I don't really feel very well. But I just go through with it. I'm like, I already am here. Let's do this.
Well, my story was that let's just do it. Let's just do this. Do you bring your Mary pillow with you when you fly?
I do.
If you brought your Mary pillow,
all year round pillow for flying.
All year round. Yeah.
What's on the other side for the non-Christmas time? Got some? Okay, very good. Just show one side.
Just like you, Cindy, thinking I only show one side and not a generous, kind, giving side.
I've learned a lot about you today, Goose. Another side.
I like that, Cindy. That's pretty cool. All right, my story today was about we were taking a vacation, right? We were gonna go fly out for a vacation, and on it, well, I know now that you can like book the same like the seatings or whatever, but that wasn't always the case. Like you can sit next to each other, you can like mark your seating or whatever. But that wasn't the case in this on this particular flight that we were flying. So we went and we had to go through, like I said, we went through an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours earlier to go through, security or whatever. And then you go through security and you have to wait in this area, and then for your flight, whatever. And then so we're boarding it, and then as we're boarding it, we look at our tickets and we see that, hey, this is, you're sitting next to me, I'm sitting next to you, whatever. But when we got there, that wasn't the case. It was like these people were already sitting in the seat, and I'm like, okay, let's just not start trouble. And then so what happened is she ended up sitting behind me, like just the very next row behind me, and directly behind us. And then so I sat next to this couple, right? They were maybe in the 40-ish, I would say, mid 40s maybe. Nice couple. And I sat next to his wife, and then I was talking to her, and I got, like I said, I get real nervous and like I don't know, it just freaks me out. I'm not a good flyer. I don't like doing it, and I'd rather not do it if I don't have to. So, and I asked her husband, and I was like, hey, would you mind when the flight takes off that, like, could I like hold your wife's hand or something? I go, would you mind? I go, I understand if you don't. And he goes, no, it's okay, man. He goes, it's okay. Like I said, we were talking back and forth, and chatting it up, and they were telling us where they were from and stories of, I think they were from Pennsylvania. And then they were telling us stories of Pennsylvania, how they met. And I asked them how they met. And
Steeler fans?
What's that?
Steeler fans?
No, I don't know.
I hope not.
I certainly hope not. Yeah, exactly. But
I bet they were.
Probably, but we didn't get into all that. They were just telling me stories of how like they met, and stories of the kids. They had two kids going off to college, and I want to say they had twins. I want to say, but anyways, go Raiders! No way. Chiefs fan here. You're the enemy. Anyway, so I ended up holding this woman's hand. Like I said, the husband didn't mind. I asked and to make sure it was cool. And then as the flight took off, I kept squeezing her hand and
Swingers.
Yeah, probably. But I was a little
yeah.
You started no, I did not. No, I did not.
That's what Christina wrote.
Yeah. No, I did not. No, I did not.
Yeah. She had to get up and go to the bathroom. Goose followed right behind.
Whenever they're asking if they were Steelers fans, I thought you were going to say, well, when I was at their house, I didn't notice any Steelers paraphernalia anywhere. I woke up the next morning, and it was like, I thought I would have seen it.
I didn't notice that. I didn't notice any pillows that they had sitting on
They
it.
didn't have it on the ceiling.
They didn't have any Steelers handcuffs.
The only thing I thought were handcuffs. I didn't know what they were for. I thought maybe he was a cop.
Yeah.
No, but and then like I was holding her hand, right, and like I was squeezing it, and she
An upside down pineapple with a Steelers jersey.
Yeah. Oh god.
Why do you guys get me going, man? And so
Pretty
anyway,
good.
and then my
You start with that. We just follow.
You guys do, don't you? Well, you do. Never is it on my side. You're never on my side, I've noticed. This is the Goose Troop, right? We're part of a troop here, and I don't know.
All part of a troop.
Obviously, not on my troop, apparently.
I think this story is very merry.
Is it very merry? No, not really. Because then my wife, my ex-wife rather, she'd put her hand she'd put her hand in between the seats, and then was like trying to hold my hand. She was like,
Wait a second.
What?
Your wife was here? Ex-wife?
Well,
the wife was there?
We were, like I said, she arranged it so that I'm in seat 47, she's in seat 48, right? That's the way it was supposed to do. But when we got there, the couple was sitting, because it's three seats on each side, right? All right, so the couple was sitting there in one of our seats, So, and I was like, okay, you want me? And I asked her, I said, do you want me to sit here? Or do you want me to sit there? And because behind us there was no one was sitting there, right? No
So
one
why
was
didn't you
sitting
sit
there.
back there?
Well, no,
Why
but
didn't you sit back
those,
there?
'cause
Nobody
those
was there.
well, we asked, and then
Those people
because
weren't as
we were
friendly.
still they were still boarding. It was still boarding, and there was people
Oh.
behind us because, like I said, we got there early, and we were like one of the first people to get on. One of the first
I
people.
asked the people back there if he could hold their hand, and they said
No,
no.
but they were there from
Ones
they
that
were
would.
there from the flight before though. They were sitting there. They didn't get on. They were sitting there. How dare you, sir?
The wife wouldn't hold his hand or the other people, so he moved up on.
Gotta go where you're welcome, Goose.
Yeah.
I got you.
I don't feel welcomed on this show at all today. I
You're
really
super
don't.
welcome. This is the best story I've ever heard.
Is it really the
I
best
like
story
it.
you've
I think
ever
it's
heard?
great.
I don't know. I liked it. The other one when he kissed the guy. I think that was the best one. I thought that was the funniest one.
I don't know. This one's pretty
Is
good
this where
too.
this show is going? Is this where this show is going again? We have to go back there. We have to go back there. Anyways, please let me finish.
I'll never forget it.
I'm just waiting for the sex to start. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, wait till I get to that though. Wait till I get to that.
Oh my God. Oh, there is sex. Oh,
Hand
let's
holding right
hopefully
now.
let's get some more beer.
Could you chase it down with another sip of turkey gravy?
Okay.
Yeah, there you go, Cindy. There you go, Cindy.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah. Take a swig of your
Not as good as the
Paxton.
beer though.
No.
Lime. It's awesome.
I told you, Cindy's gonna have that drink by the time before her water or anything else. By the time of the end of the
The
show.
Bud Light will be gone, that's for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Could maybe get 2 down.
All right, so and then so my wife saw that because she got stuck behind me, right? Because there's, like I said, people were boarding, and then we had asked the flight attendant. She goes, no, this flight is completely booked. We're completely booked, but they were on the flight previous, right? Because it was the layover or the stop, and then what do they call it? The layover, yeah. And then they go and flight. So they were on there, and they had their seats picked out. Obviously they just sat together. But anyways, we ended up we couldn't sit together, so she had to sit in between. She sat in. Oh my God, it was so funny. She sat in between a mother and daughter, and the whole entire flight they were like arguing back and forth, like almost screaming at each other. No, that's not what I said. No, he's not this. No, he's not. Like the daughter was just like, no, that's not it. No. And I was like, oh my God, can you imagine sitting in between that? And my wife said she didn't have much room. She was kind of like this the whole time, like squeezing in like this the whole time. And she said one of them smelled. She goes, one of them had an odor. And she goes like, ooh, it was disgusting. And I go, yeah, I saw you get up several times to go to the
Smell like turkey.
No, it smelled like shit. My wife said they smelled horrible, like he didn't bathe. She said one of them smelled like they didn't bathe. And then I was like, oh my God, you had to listen to that. So, anyways, she would get her hand like in between the seat. How there's a little bit of space. She would reach over the seat and then like try to hold my hand because she saw the lady holding my hand, like she was holding my arm and like I was like holding her arm like this, like I was like holding her arm, and then like I wasn't squeezing her hand or nothing, and then she reached up and like grabbed my hand like this, like she reached because I was like grabbing her like this. I'm like, if you don't mind, I'd like to like just hold you like this, so I'm not, because I go, I'm gonna get nervous as heck. And then she goes, yeah, that's fine, and he said it was fine, and then like I said, I started like I was like squeezing her a little bit, and then so she reached up with my hand and went like this. Right, she grabbed my hand like that. She goes, does that help you? I go, yes, it really does. And then she took my hand and set it up on her lap. She took my hand and like I said, she's like this, and then took it and set it up on her lap. And I kept trying to move it, but she like forcefully was like, no, it's okay. She goes, it's okay. And at the time I didn't think anything of it. I was just being, because you're nervous, you don't think anything of it. I'm scared to fly. I don't like it at all. And so my wife,
Swingers.
That's what I thought, dude. But I mean, I couldn't because guess what? Where my wife was going on what day that was? Take a guess what day that was that I had to fly because, as you know, I don't like flying. That was our honeymoon. So that was the day of our honeymoon. We were going to our honeymoon destination, and that
Not a bad time to meet swingers.
Yeah, it really was. And that's not even the story. That's not the finish. The
In
final
the grand scheme, it's a horrible time to meet swingers.
a horrible time. You're saying.
Whore.
All right. So that okay. So then, like I said, my ex was getting jealous, and I can tell that she was because she kept. Well, plus the two that she was sitting next to was just horrible. I didn't want to sit back there. To be honest with you, I was like, I'm not sitting back there. There's no way in hell I'm sitting in between that nonsense. And then so she was reaching her hand right and tried to take my arm like she was trying to pull me like, hey, my hand's right here if you want to hold it. And I was I kind of ignored it. Like I was like, oh no, I'm fine. I'm just nervous. And I kept telling her, I'm like, no, I'm nervous. I'm just nervous. And so she tried to keep, pulling my hand or whatever. And then, but at no point did the lady let go of my hand. And like I said, I was trying to like pull away because she set it on her lap. And I'm like, okay, this is uncomfortable as hell for me right now. I got.
What was she wearing?
What's that?
What was the lady wearing? What was the lady wearing?
No, she was just wearing jeans because it was cold. It was a little colder, but our destination was going to be warm.
And a short skirt. I don't know. I'm trying to get all the details.
No. She was just wearing jeans with some type of sweatshirt or something, and so was he. Like so was he. But because everyone on the flight was always wearing like jeans or whatever, and then so like. Did you have? I don't know if you had panties, dude. I don't know. I didn't even ask. I wasn't gonna go there. I was on my honeymoon. So what the hell was I gonna do? She wasn't wearing a skirt. Yeah, if she was wearing a skirt, can you imagine how that would have went over? Oh my god, my ex would have pulled me by the hair and tossed me up over that seat. But then, okay,
This sounds like my third honeymoon. Yeah.
So we land, and you know how you put your third honeymoon, and then so you know how you put your stuff over the thing, and then since I'm short and I couldn't get it, and she's a little bit taller than me, his wife was a little bit. Like I said, he sat near the window, and she sat like in the middle, and then I was at the edge, kind of, and then so and I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna sit next to the window," because they asked me if you want to sit next. I go, "No, there's no way I'm sitting next to the window. There's no way," and so like then he was sitting next to the window, and she had to put because she was taller than me, so she had to put my luggage up on the the overhead. You all right, Cindy? You all right?
Okay, I'm okay.
Right, and so like and then when we got out,
pouring out the turkey soda.
What's that?
Pouring out the turkey soda.
That's what I thought. Yeah, pouring out the thing. More Bud Light Lime in this.
Even the dog won't drink it. No, she don't want it.
Yeah, but then when we got off the flight, it was really weird too because she grabbed my bag, right, and then put it over her shoulder, and then grabbed her husband's bag and gave him the bag, and then grabbed her bag and then put it over her other shoulder. And I was like, okay, I can take my bag from here. I go, I appreciate it. I thank you. Like I didn't understand then either. I was like, why is she holding my bag and like, what does she want? Like at first I didn't get what she was trying to tell me. I mean, I get it now, obviously, but I was like,
she claimed you.
Yeah, like she was gonna claim me. Like, hey, follow us to the hotel. No, that's not what's going on here. Don't you see like my wife in the back, like jealous and like touching your shoulder, like nudging you away and trying to grab me? And
Goose, you were almost trafficked.
I probably was.
Oh man.
I probably was, but no, and I felt that weird, and I grabbed, at this point I felt like I could like maybe, grab my bag off her shoulder. Obviously, I had my hand on her lap for freaking 4 hours, and then so then I grabbed the bag and I said, "Oh well, thank you for getting that down for me. I appreciate that." And then my ex was a little shorter than me, so I had to go back there and climb. I waited for everyone to leave. Because we were near the back of the plane, and then so I had to wait for everyone to leave, and I stood up on the seat, and I grabbed her bag, and brought it down for her. But and then I thought that was weird because like I said, we waited until the end because of all the stuff we had. Like I had my little iPad with me and everything else. I was kind of like waiting for everyone. I was like, if we're in the back, there's nothing you can do. You gotta wait. And I was like, well, let's just wait and make sure we grab everything that we're supposed to grab here. We're not leaving anything behind, right? And then so as we're walking out, they were waiting too. And I was like, what the hell are they waiting for? So then, like I said, I went back where my wife was sitting right behind me, and I grabbed her bag. I stepped on the thing, grabbed the bag, and then I held her hand, right, and I put her hand like this in mine, and then I like you tuck the hand underneath. So I tucked her hand underneath my arm, and then like so that the lady and the husband can see, hey, look, no, I'm with her. I don't know what you're up to, but I want no part of that. And then then they came back. They came back and asked. They came back and asked. They said, "Are you guys married?" And I said, "Yeah, we're on our honeymoon. We just got married." And then that's when they walked off. They walked off the plane, And I was like, because at that point we were both like, "Okay, what's going on here?" But like you said, I mean, who knows what was going on there? But And so that was my story. And then we got off the flight. Anyways, when we came back on the way, but wait. Yeah, and then when we here's another situation too on dealing with this. Maybe swingers, perhaps. I don't know what was going on. Again, we went to in this hot tub, right, at this resort that we were at. We went in this hot tub, and I saw a couple there, right, maybe in their 30s, maybe, and they just got married a month ago, whatever, at the time. And I was like, hey, where you guys from? Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. You guys married? Blah blah blah. And then so they were telling us, and then my wife goes, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And my wife gets up and goes to the bathroom, which is a little ways away from where the hot tub was actually at this resort. And then and so they started talking to me, right? And then the husband gets up and then he leaves. I don't know if he went to the bathroom or what he was doing, but then he leaves. And then I see that the wife is talking, like we're just talking back and forth, and she inches closer to where I would, because you sit on one side of the hot tub and they sit on another, right? When you're multiple people in there, you don't sit next to each other. Well, she started like inching her way closer to me, and I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on. And then about that time, my wife was coming back. My ex-wife was coming back. So she did, and I was helping her in the tub, and I was letting this lady know, hey, look, I'm not interested in whatever you're throwing my way. But that is my story of having to go on my honeymoon. Like I said, I felt really odd. I was like, okay, I know that I'm gonna get nervous. I know that I'm gonna get scared and frightened on the plane because I don't fly well. But then, like what would you have done at that point? I guess is what I'm asking. What would you guys have done at that point? Would you just, I can't go like this and reach back and grab my wife's arm. That's not going to be comforting, like this for 4 hours. That's not going to be, you're just kind of like this the whole time. So I'm like, that's not comforting for 4 hours.
What you need to do, you just need to ram your arm into the seat until it dislocates your shoulder. And then once it's out of the socket, you just kind of roll it back there, no problem.
Oh, okay.
That's better. Just like getting my arm so I can hold my wife's hand in this plane. And this other lady was
taking that lady to the bathroom and showed her a good fry. Good fry.
I bet you would. A fright, huh? I bet you would have. Like at that point, I didn't know what to do. I was like,
scared in that bathroom.
What is it you're doing, Goose, to attract these people? Is what I want to know.
Nothing.
You got the one there, and then you got the one in the hot tub. What kind of signals are you sending to these people?
Nothing at all. I'm just being nice, being friendly. As I was with Bruce, I was just being nice and friendly and giving.
You're a real magnet for the femme fatale.
Yeah.
Am I really?
He already said he was a giver, so maybe they was wanting to receive.
As he's a giver. World famous globe-trotting giver.
Am I really a world traveler giver? Am I? Huh. And then I was like, and then as I said, my wife at the time was coming back, and then she sat near me, and I helped her into the hot tub, and we sat for a little bit, and then her husband came back, and then and I was like, what the hell's going on here? Like, I wonder if the husband approached my ex. Like, you think he might have approached her when they were gone? I was like, what is going on here? Yes. Is that a possibility? Was that a possibility?
What kind of airlines did you fly?
We Southwest.
Oh. So it wasn't like Hot to Trot Airlines or anything like that?
Yeah.
The
friendly skies.
The very friendly skies.
Boy, were they friendly. Everywhere I went, they were friendly.
Real friendly, yes.
Yeah, no matter where I go, they're always real friendly with me.
The hot tub was in the same trip.
Yeah, it was at the resort. It was on our honeymoon. Yeah, it was at the resort that we went to. Her aunt had like timeshare or something in this resort, and so that's what she gave us as a gift, like a week of the timeshare. So I was like,
Irene says, "Got to hit Virgin Air next time." Whole other experience.
Well, perhaps. No, but I was like, what was I gonna do? I mean, the lady was attractive. I mean, she was a really attractive woman. Like I said, they're probably in their 40s, maybe. And then,
Which lady? The one on the plane or the one in the pool?
The one on the plane was the 40s, blonde. She was a little bit taller than me, maybe 5'8", 5'9". And the yeah. So I mean, she was an attractive woman, but that's not what I was. I wasn't looking for that. I was on my honeymoon. And then the lady in the hot tub, man, she had some big boobs, by the way, but huge. And then but
she made an impact.
What's that?
She made an impact on you. Still remember?
Damn right, I still remember. Who can forget that? Lucky bastard. How tall are you? Not tall at all. I would not say tall when you're referring to me at all. I wouldn't say tall at all. How tall would you say I am? If you had to guess, if you didn't know.
Are you triviaing the chat, or me and Cindy?
You and Cindy, my Goose Troop.
Let's see. I'm gonna say.
I know.
You know already? Oh
yeah.
Man. What if I guess wrong? What if I guess something terrible?
He told us last week. Remember when? Yeah. When we were talking about where we wanted to sit. He didn't, because he was certain height. He didn't want to sit in certain areas because his feet wouldn't touch the ground or they'd be dangling or something.
I understand that struggle. It's definitely something I've faced in my lifetime.
Okay, Corey started out with 5 foot, and then Steve mentioned 4'7", and now it's even shorter to 3'4". Oh my God.
Maybe that lady thought, since you're on the short side, maybe you were just a kid and she was trying to take care of you.
We have a correct answer in the chat room. We have a correct answer.
Is it what Irene said? Is that the correct one?
Irene said 5'3". Yes, I am.
5'3". Yeah, he said that last week.
What do you think? Christina had the right answer? Did you think Christina had the right answer?
No, I didn't think so. I just thought what I was going to say is is it more or less than what Irene said? She said the right thing, so I was going to guess wrong either way. Whatever you said, I would have been going in the wrong direction.
No, I liked how it got shorter. 5 foot, 4'7", 3'4". Kept getting shorter, and then so that was my story, and I felt, like I said, I felt odd as every time my wife was reaching over the seat and was trying to hold my hand, and I didn't know what to tell her, and I didn't know what to tell the lady. Was I just gonna say, all right, brush her off like that and then go back and hold my wife's hand like I was, I at first I was kind of like this, holding my ex-wife's hand, and I was holding her hand down in her lap. I was kind of like this at first, and I was like, okay, that's not gonna get comfortable. I'm done. I can't do that for 4 hours.
4 hours?
Yeah, it was a 4-hour flight.
Did you have any feeling left? Did you have any feeling left in your hand when you got it back?
On which one? When my wife was holding it?
That lady was squeezing on her lap.
She has feeling in it now. Have you got feeling now in it?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you very much. I'm fine. But yeah, that was my story of travel. Like I said, I don't fly a lot. Very seldom do I. I think I've only flown 3 different flights in my life. Yeah, only 3 different flights. I won't do it. You guys fly a lot? You guys fly a lot?
Not terribly often.
What's not terribly often?
Yeah, maybe once a decade or something like that.
Oh, okay. And how about you, Cindy? Do you fly often?
I probably think I've been 9 or 10 times, I'd say. Just guessing. I've been to Vegas 3 times. I've been on 3 cruises. My first trip I ever went on was to Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
I was senior year, and I believe it or not, that was our class trip.
Really?
Yeah, it cost $480 back then. Went for 10 days.
Wow.
And here we weren't old enough to drink, but in Hawaii we were old enough to drink, so we had a pretty good time. Yeah.
You're the queen of drinking age. You've got it
Yeah.
figured out. You had all the moves.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, you've never been in a club before or bar, and then you go out there and it's all a new experience.
And it's a tropical wonderland. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Like, I think if I ever went to Hawaii, that's another story for another time. But that isn't a good story that I got for another time. The Hawaii.
No.
Yeah, that's another story for another time.
Is there no funny bits in this anti-Hawaii story?
All right, I'll give you the Cliff Note version.
Cliff Notes. Good.
I had booked. No, it's going to be a sad story. Actually, it's going to be. I'd like to hear your story, sir, of travel before I maybe a trip of travel when you're young or.
One more thing, Christina says you should have given the wife's hand to your wife's hand, and then they could have held hands, and you could have just been like reading a magazine or something.
I don't think that's what Christina was going for, but okay.
Well, they wanted to hold hands with somebody, so you just give them each other's hands, and there you go.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, ladies, mission accomplished.
Can you imagine if I had sat behind where my wife was sitting, my ex-wife was sitting, with those two? No, Mom, that's not what he did.
What if your ex-wife left with them back to the Steelers themed rec room that they've got at their house?
Oh, the people. Yeah, I wanted that, dude. To this day, I wondered, I'm like, why did he get up? Why did he have to get out of the tub? I mean, I don't know.
Why did he have to get out of the tub?
I mean, out of the hot tub
guy.
The hot tub, yeah. And then left me and his wife there. Like, they didn't know us, you know what I mean? I didn't know them, they didn't know us. We were talking, like I said, and then my wife got up and she left and was going to go to the bathroom. And then he left and he got up and left. And I was like, what the? Shortly after, I was like, what is going on here? What did they say? No. None of that happened, dude. None of that happened, dude. I wasn't
rock hard.
No, I wasn't thinking that way at all. All right, Carol, if you'll take us back on track here and give us one of your
taking on another plane voyage. All right, so my wife and I, prior to kids, we went on a excursion to Puerto Rico.
Oh,
okay.
Yes. So we drove through gale force monsoon weather all the way to St. Louis. For whatever reason, we picked the day that had a terrible, terrible thunderstorm. So we were driving all the way to St. Louis in this massive thunderstorm, massive rain, thunder crackling all over the place. Not the best of omens for our excursion, perhaps, but made it to the airport. We go up to the desk and we're like, all right, here's our tickets. And they were like, where's your passport? And so we were like, it's Puerto Rico is part of the United States. And they're like, but you need your passport. We were like, but it's part of the United States. So we argued with the back and forth with the people at the airport for a fair amount of time. And then they were like, all right, go ahead and get on the plane. So we got onto our excursion to Puerto Rico.
So there were racists at the airport and
so we were racing through the airport past those guys, and we landed in Puerto Rico. Another monsoon, and even more monsoon was happening in Puerto Rico when we arrived.
Oh, wow.
So the first, whenever we went to St. Louis, it was heavily raining, and then we got there. It was raining so hard that they had like push brooms and stuff, and they were just shoving water all over the place. Like, psh, psh, psh. It was really crazy. So we got into our room, settled in, and had a good time in Puerto Rico. We went down by there was another resort we went to. We went, swam in the ocean for a while. Had a good time.
Oh, so you actually swam in the ocean?
A little bit. As much as me swimming entails, because I'm not terribly good at it, but Have you ever swam in the ocean?
No. Yeah. I lived in Florida, Tampa Bay, on Tampa Bay side. Well, yeah, not the ocean necessarily, but I lived on Tampa Bay side of Florida, and no, I just wouldn't go in it again. You know my theory, right? You know what I think.
What's in there? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff in there.
I am not food. I'm not
That's what I
food.
heard about you. Goose is not to be eaten.
Tastes terrible.
Terrible. You don't want that gravy.
And get out of St. Louis Airport because there's racist. That's what we learned today.
No.
Make sure you take your passport because you never know.
And how ungrateful Cindy is with a gift, really, is what I've learned.
You don't need a passport to go to Puerto Rico. It's part of the United States.
It's part of the United States, a providence. Yeah.
It's what is it called, Goose? It's I'm thinking of the thing. It's a territory.
Territory.
It should be a
state.
Yeah.
But we know, God forbid,
Yeah.
Republicans don't want any more brown people.
Yep.
We need them though.
Yeah, because Hawaii's a state.
Hawaii's a
They
state.
don't have a problem with that, do they? They don't have a problem with that. Interesting point you just made there.
Statehood for Puerto Rico right here. So after we were swimming around in the ocean, we went to go get back to our hotel, right? And there was like a car that was trying to traffic us too, Goose. They had a sign up that was like, hey, do you want to get in this car? We're going back to your resort. And we were like, no, thanks. So we ended up arranging alternate transportation away from the traffickers. And then, so we went back, had a nice vacation. Nobody tried to seduce me in the hot tub, unfortunately.
No.
No hand holding. Nobody hold your hand.
No, nobody held my hand or anything. I think I was separated from my wife, and all I did was just read a book. I didn't have any Steelers, swingers, or anything.
Damn.
Worst flight ever. I flew Virgin Air, so.
There you go.
Everybody smelled okay too, huh?
How long did you stay there? How long were you in Puerto Rico, though?
We were there for about a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty nice. It's a nice place. It should be a state, as we said.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, But I agree.
Nice down there. So tropical.
Is it really? I bet there's a lot of tourists down there. Correct? I mean, it's pretty much.
Oh, definitely,
right?
absolutely, yes.
Yeah, like in Florida, it's set up nothing but, in that resort that we were at, it's nothing but like Disney stuff and just a bunch of tourist stuff. That's really what that town was.
It was just a major tourist attraction.
It really was. Yeah. And like, here's what I thought too: is like every intersection that you would go on this main road at the resort that we were at, it seemed like there was where did you live, Goose? I lived in on a suburb of Tampa Bay for a while. Yeah, so they were asking where I live. Yeah, I lived in a suburb of Tampa Bay for a while, which was like 30 minutes away from Tampa. I think 30, 40 minutes away, if that. But you had to go over that bridge. And the bridges freaked me out, too, because there was this big, long bridge that you had to go over in order to get to Tampa Bay. Ooh. And I was like, ooh, those frightened me, too, man. I'm like, how do those hold so long for so many years? I'm like,
checking the dates on the Wikipedia page, like, how long has this bridge been here?
How long is this one here?
Alternate routes to Tampa Bay. It's one of those scary things. I know we don't like long bridges. Like even just driving over the Mississippi River sometimes can be frightening.
It really
we went on a bridge when we were down in New Orleans, and you couldn't see the other side of it. It went like straight up, That was some scary shit. I thought, oh my God, we got to find a new way back. I was like, man, I like that at all.
Yeah, some of those bridges I won't take, man. Just like flying for me. I don't mind the train. Like I taken train trips when we were younger. My brothers and I were younger. My siblings and I were younger, and I enjoyed those. I remember them going to like what was that cart court? The cart that had like I don't know. I remember like maybe the food cart or something like that, right? Back in the day, they would always go back there and they play cards or whatever, whatever they were doing back there, usually playing cards or something, and then having something to eat or something on the train. And I would always go back there and like try to hang out with them. But once again, Didn't end well for Goose. You know, they wouldn't want their youngest brother hanging out with them. It was always like, you know, they would always go back there. But like I was saying, I didn't mind the train ride at all. Like, you can't sleep on the train though, right? You guys ever taken a train trip where you can't really sleep on a train as you can, like on a bus?
I don't sleep well on those trains.
No, it's too loud. I'm like, how does anybody sleep on these trains? It's too loud. But yeah, I remember taking those train trips. I like those. Like we would go up. I forgot where we took. Maybe from Carlinville. I want to say is where I say we caught the train. We caught it from Carlinville, and then we went up to the Chicago area to see our relatives when we were younger. I want to say from Carlinville is what I want to say. But that's where we caught that train. But it was I like the train rides. They were nice, but
I can remember going over a bridge and. You're right next to each other, and the two semis busted each other's mirrors off. Boy, that scared the hell out of me. Going two different directions. Oh, it's like get out of here. Let's get off this thing. Too close.
Irene was saying that when she went to Virginia, we drove underwater. Like underwater. Like there was
underwater. Wow.
What do you mean underwater? What do you like? Was it like a bridge, or was there something that you drove like through, like almost like a tunnel?
It like must have a tunnel.
Yeah. That you drove through?
Sky Bridge?
What's that? Sky Bridge. What?
She said something about a sky bridge too.
Oh, she did. Where was that? I didn't know. Anyways.
Oh, maybe she was talking about what I said. She says, the Sky Bridge.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that just travel, man. I know, like I said, it's one of the busiest times of year for travel, but yeah, I don't like taking plane trips at all, man. I'm not comfortable doing it. Like I said, I'll take a train, take a bus. I don't like. Well, bus trips are more relaxing than a train, but they always take longer for some reason. There's always like a delay or a layoff somewhere. It's like, you're on a bus. Why is there such a delay? Like, why do they have to stop for an hour somewhere? I'm like, I never understood that. I'm like,
it's like an intermission in a play or something.
Oh, for the bus driver, you mean? Maybe it's for the bus driver that he's got to stop and.
I think so. Gonna stop off, have a little food, perhaps.
Maybe.
I always thought it was like intermission because those buses.
If he has to go to the bathroom, he must stop the bus. I don't think he's.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Can't just whip it out, pee in a bottle, and then call it gravy soda, turkey gravy soda.
That's probably what this stuff is. Who knows?
Does it? Does it taste a lot like piss? Does it? Because you said it tastes like turkey. What's that?
Yeah, that's like turkey. I've never tasted piss, so I can't tell you what that tastes like.
No, you haven't tasted that.
No. Have you? Have you tasted it?
No, hell no.
You act like it was something like it was common, but it's not.
Oh, I was saying it like it was common. Like,
yeah. Oh, you haven't tasted it?
Who doesn't drink pee? Who doesn't drink urine? What are you talking about?
No, it's not on my list. No.
Not on the bucket list.
No.
Well, guys, that's all I have for today. I know that I have to finish emptying out my my brother's storage locker today, storage unit today. There she goes. See, she's
Bud Lime.
Was that the Bud Light Lime? Now, can you swig the other one? Can you
no,
swig
I don't
the other
know.
one? No, huh?
Give me a second.
She's got a belch, right?
You gotta enjoy the.
She's looking to belch. She's looking to belch. Oh my God, is she really gonna do it? Are you really gonna do that?
She needs a burp like a trucker.
I thought you were really gonna chug it. I really thought you were gonna chug that down, Cindy. I was like, holy cow.
I don't think I could.
Oh, that'd be awful.
No.
You'd have upset stomach all day long. How much of that did you and your wife get through? Because I know you guys said you shared one. So how much of it did you get through?
Less than Cindy, I think. I think we were
2
or 3 drinks in. We were good, I think.
Really? So you guys just kind of sipped it and said, okay, it's enough.
it was a light sip for us. Cindy's a real trooper. So I think she's due a margarita now.
Did you have your kids try it? Did the kids try it at all?
No, they just looked at me like, I ain't trying that.
No, they were like, no way. No way. All right.
Where's their sportsmanship?
Yeah, really.
I know, right?
Better to give than to receive, Cindy. Better to give than receive. Not buying it still? Still not buying it. All right, guys. This was another Mary. Hey, do you have that outro music, man?
Ooh.
Do you have that outro music, sir?
Same as the intro, right?
I think so. I think that was pretty cool.
Oh, thanks, you guys.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I liked it.
So everybody's going to listen to the new Metallica song.
I will listen to the new Metallica song.
I've been chomping at the bit
I'll
this
tell you
whole
what,
time.
I'll listen to it too before next show.
You will?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Hey, thanks, guys, for joining me today. Thank everybody in the chat room. I don't know why I think the people in the chat room. Why are you giving me shit all this the whole time? All right, guys. Thanks a lot. What do you think of this one, Cindy? What do you think of this one?
I like it.
Yeah, I do too. Kind of relaxed, kind of chill, right?
Yeah.
You could be drinking some turkey gravy soda right now to this, I think.
It could be.
Margaritas, turkey gravy soda, bud with lime, gravy.
Well, holidays are for giving, not receiving.
There you go, Cindy. See?
Now that's
Giving,
Mary.
not receiving. Yeah, now that's Mary, sir. Now, what room is this? What room is this that you're in? Is this another
living
room that
room.
we have not yet experienced yet?
No, well, it is, but it is 100% the place I've been in the same place the last probably little bit last 3 or 4 times. I'd say I've been in the same room. I had big plans, but unfortunately, I had a little technical difficulty, so I wasn't able to make the leap into the new software. So, little tech talk. Thanks for coming to my tech talk.
What is that? What is that?
Are you going to do something different for the background?
Christina says it's the butler's quarters.
This is the butler's tree.
Yeah. What would Bruce say? What would Bruce say? The butler was
Alfred?
Alfred.
Alfred's a Merry Christmas tree.
How many trees do you have?
Just
Just
the one.
one? Just the one.
Just
Did the kids have trees in their rooms or anything? They put up trees in their room. Do they decorate their room?
Nope.
No lights or nothing, huh?
Our house has got a lot of decorations, though. I mean, we got a lot of nutcrackers and all kinds of stuff over here. I'm gonna take some photos for next time.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, dude. That'd be awesome. Which does the butler allow you to take photos of his room?
Well, he's my butler, so
yeah, that's true. True, you pay him. That's right. True.
No privacy there either, huh?
Cindy, are you looking to rejoin the workforce? Maybe you could be a butler of Carl.
Carl's butler.
You ever thought about doing some buttling?
But
I'm not sure what that entails.
I don't either. And I don't know if I want to find out. To be honest.
Yeah. Being a butler is one thing, but butling, I don't know. It just seems all good different.
I think those people on that flight might have been into some buttling.
Yes. Yes.
All right, guys.
His hand, like, have you ever heard of buttling before?
But oh my god, that would have freaked me out, dude. Like I said, they waited for. Like I said, my wife was in the very back of the plane, like, and I was just in front of her. But like they waited for us, you know. I was like, what are you waiting for? Get going.
I have a question. Was your hand still the whole time, Goose, when you had it in the lap, or not?
What do you mean still the whole time? What are you talking about?
Were you holding it, or was there movement? I just curious.
No, she like I said, I was just kind of like holding her arm, kind of like this, you know. I was just kind of like holding her arm because I didn't want to be, you know, I don't want to be uncomfortable, you know, like you know. And I was just kind of like holding her arm like this, kind of. And then, so then, like I said, she took her hand and went like this, where my hand was, and then went like this with it, and then set it on her lap. And the whole time I was just like this. I was like, but she kept like squeezing, and I was like, okay, uncomfortable.
Mm.
Why do they? Is there a decent person amongst them in the chat room? I ask. Is there a decent person amongst them?
Yeah, I think Christina's right. It's her fingers were wiggling. Yeah, that's probably what happened.
No, they were not. No, they were not.
Started filing her arm, and then she moved it over to the other part. She liked what she felt.
Where were you flying to, Goose? It could be a cultural thing. No, I don't believe it was a cultural thing, Irene. I really don't believe that. No, I was just, yeah, I don't know. But then I knew that my wife at the time, I could tell that she wasn't happy with that situation because she kept mentioning it throughout the honeymoon. Like,
oh no,
Yeah.
I can tell that she didn't like that. I can tell that she did not like that.
Why was your hand in that woman's lap? I think that would be a good question.
I don't. Well, that was probably a question she should have asked, but she just kept saying,
where was the other hand?
What do you mean? Where was my other hand you're talking about?
You had one hand in the lap. Where was the other hand?
No, I was holding like my, cause I had my headphones on, and I had like my iPad thing that my brother had lent me. And then, so I was watching a movie trying to be distracted, so I'm not worried about the flight or anything. I didn't want. I
whether you're going to get your hand back or not.
What was the movie? Was it PG, G, R, X?
There's a movie called Solo. Thank you very much. Solo. Thank you
Maybe
very
she was
much.
getting ideas from whatever you were watching.
Solo. I just got that. Why does it take me so long to get shit like that sometimes? I don't know. I don't know, guys. Well, I appreciate it, but I really got to empty out my brother's storage unit today. And I know that, Carl, that you have to go, right? It's getting close to your time. Yep.
It is.
Thank you guys for joining us today. Everyone in the chat room. I don't know why I thank them. And Cindy, I will talk to you at least. It's been a while since we did a restaurant review, hasn't it? That we went out to a restaurant a little bit.
Yeah.
Has it been a few weeks, right? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
2, 3, maybe 3.
Yeah, maybe 3. And then when we're gonna get Carl's Carl out there to join us one time so we can actually get together and work on the show, the 3 of us.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you keep saying that, sir.
Is that what I say every time?
Yeah, every time, doesn't he, Cindy? He keeps saying, yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. You know what sounds good, Cindy? Is another drink of that turkey gravy before we go.
Ooh,
that sounds delicious.
That's something you ask.
Isn't that enticing, Cindy? Just sitting there.
I'm keeping the bottle when I get done.
Are you really? Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll put
really gonna do it? Are you really going to do it? Oh, my God. That's horrible. Oh.
Such a trooper.
How much of that have you drank already, though, Cindy? How much of that have you gotten down? Half, would you say?
Probably a little past half.
Oh, wow. Now, see, Carl, she got more than you and your wife put together.
It's true.
That's
you are a real trooper, Cindy.
That's got to stand. All right, guys. I appreciate it every week, as I do. It always feels like every time we get going, like the show has to end, doesn't it? Like it always feels like the show has to end by the time we really get going.
It does.
I don't know why that is.
Just getting warmed up. Like
getting warmed up.
You were on that flight.
Hey, is there another time that you guys would want to do this show rather than Mondays at noon? Would there be another time? Or did we already go down that avenue and that avenue is closed?
This is a good time for me. Were you thinking like Saturdays, like 6, 7 p.m.?
Yeah, is that what you're thinking? That would be great. If we could do Goose Troop at 7 p.m. on Saturdays, that would be awesome. I could do away with that other show.
Yeah, there's nothing else on that I watch at 7 a.m. on Saturdays or 7 p.m.
No, there's nothing I watch at 7 p.m. Nothing. Nothing. You know me, I'm usually at the bars chasing those barflies, getting the swingers to, hold my hands.
Irene's talking about a Chicago song over here.
What's that? What's Chicago song?
Saturday in the Park.
Saturday. That one?
Yep, that's the one.
I think this stuff tastes better warm than it did cold.
Did it really?
Yeah.
You don't want cold gravy.
Yeah. Who wants cold gravy? You got to heat that thing up.
It don't taste like gravy. I'm telling you, I don't know what it ain't gravy. That's for damn sure.
It's not
Gravy's
turkey. It's not gravy. What is that thing?
yeah, I don't know. It ain't either one of those. It's mislabeled.
Should be labor shipped. All right, guys. I really got to go. I got to empty out that storage, and then I got to get home and hang up a TV.
All right.
All righty, guys. Thank you so much. See ya. Carl, I'll see you at work. And Cindy, hopefully sometime this week, if you want to get together, let me know. I'm free this week. Nothing going on this week that much. All right.
You're free? No hand holding?
Well, there might be. I don't know. If a barfly says yes, then yeah, there might be some hand holding.
Maybe even two.
Maybe even two. Who knows? Can you imagine if I had sat in the middle of that couple? Like, what would that have been had I sat in the middle of that couple?
When you were holding his hand, you'd have to be like, "Here, will you hold this iPod or whatever for me so I can watch my movie, sir?"
Yeah, you hold this while I make out with your wife. Yeah. All right.
Have
guys.
you imagined it? Have you imagined it, Goose?
No.
You'd be taking a video with your iPad.
Oh my gosh, I should have perhaps. Maybe I should have. I was more worried about the backlash of what my ex-wife was gonna do when we got off the plane. I was like,
how many times did she mention it? Why was your hand in her lap? Was it more than once?
oh dude. She didn't mention the lap part. She just saw that we were holding hands. Like she saw that I was holding this strange woman's hand. And she kept asking me, why were you doing that? And I was like, because I'm frightened of flights. You know this. I go, I can't. And then so on the way back, she was like, no. She like held on to me like when we were loading the plane. She goes, no, we're going to find a seat that two of us can sit together. And she goes, I'm not going to go. She's like, I'm not going to go through that and sit behind where I was sitting. And I was like, yeah, I don't blame you. But I go, what are we going to do though? That the couple had were on the plane, you know, from the layover or whatever. And then when we boarded it, you know, they were already there. So it was like they took our seats. So
did you guys have the seats already picked out on the way back, or were they?
No, we picked them out on the way there and on the way back. But then this time she was like holding my arm and was like, nope. She goes, we're gonna find two seats together. She goes, I don't care. We're finding two seats together. I'm like, as long as it's not window. I go, you can sit on the window. I'm not sitting next to the window. There's no way in hell. And then so that's what happened. And then she was holding my hand, and then no, she did. She took like my iPad thing that was supposed to be a distraction for me of actual flying. She took my iPad thing and then had my headphones on and was watching another movie my brother had loaded for us. He loaded a bunch of movies for me, so that way I was distracted from the flight. Well, she ended up, and I like the whole time I was just like holding her hand, and I was like just nervous, you know, like the whole time.
What movie was she watching?
I forgot what it was. There's this movie about a security guard where he gets accused of like setting a bomb or something. I forgot what it was called. But I didn't get to see the movie. I really didn't get to see the movie. She was watching it and listening to it. Like I'd look over and like, you know, try to peek at it, but I was like, well, if you can't hear it, then what good is the movie going to do for me?
She could have put the subtitles on.
No, that was her way of like punishing me for whatever, you know, holding the lady's hand. I knew that's what that was. That was her way of like, no, I'm using this, and you're just gonna sit there. I'm like, okay. I didn't do anything wrong, though. It wasn't me that put my hand on her lap. It wasn't me that was, you know,
wiggling her fingers. Yeah.
Yeah, she kind of was. She was kind of like shaking our hands like this, like back and forth. Like she was, you know how you move your hands like this sometimes. She was doing that sometimes, and I was like, "Why is this woman?" Like I said, and then I tried to pull away, but she was like this, and she pulled it back on her lap, and she was like this the whole time. I was like, "Yeah, why are you doing that? There's no need to be doing that right now." No.
You get more and more details.
Well, maybe later.
No,
you should have ran, Goose. Goose. Well, I tried to run, but they clipped my wings. All right, guys, I really got to go. I got to get going before it gets dark. Otherwise, it won't get done before it gets dark. All right, guys.
Right.
I appreciate it. Bye, guys. See you next time. And Carol, see
Bye.
you at work. And Cindy, hopefully you call me and we go out for dinner. Bye, guys. You got the outro?
Oh yeah. Hold on, guys.
No, it's all right. We'll end it this time. And we'll get it.
Go ahead.
Outro.
Cindy, take another swig. Cindy, take another swig. Cindy, take another swig. All right, bye, guys.